Coin On.
Hey there, YouTube coin community. This is Dustin with Coin Op. Today, we are going to be taking a look at 10 high dollar error and variety coins. All of these that I'm going to show you have sold in auctions, most of these in Heritage Coin Auction. Now, I have been working on a video on half-cent varieties. I did get a request for that. Just half-cent varieties can get complicated, so I'm still doing research and putting that together. I wanted to have that video up first, but it's not done yet, so stay tuned for that. It will be up shortly. Well, anyhow, we're going to dive right on into this. First up, we are going to take a look at a 2000 Philadelphia Mint, a 2000p Sacagawea dollar that was muled with a Washington quarter. So this coin has the reverse of the Sacagawea dollar, but the obverse, the front of a Washington quarter. Now, there are a few of these examples out there, but I do want you to keep in mind that if you do see one of these, there are a lot of fakes and also fantasy pieces. There are companies that make replicas of this. Now, they're typically marked or sold as a replica, but there are fakes out there. So if you ever are interested in buying one of these, I would strongly suggest buying a graded example, because any of the real ones would be graded by a third-party grading company. Now, the example that you are looking at is an MS66 PCGS holder, and it sold in auction for $88,125. Once again, it sold for $88,125. Now we are moving on to a Standing Liberty quarter. Now this is a 1918 over 7 S mint mark. This is an overdate. This is one of the most popular overdates in the quarter series. Now this is a very clear overdate. If you take a look at the date, you can clearly see the 8 punched over top of the 7. You can see the 7 clear as day. Now this example is an NGC graded example. It's listed as an MS66, so this is a nice uncirculated example. In 2007, this example that you're looking at sold for $97,750. So this is almost a $100,000 overdate. And once again, this is a 1918 over 7 S mint mark, so this is an overdate. Okay, we are taking a look at a 1999 Lincoln cent that was muled with a Roosevelt dime. This is a very unique Lincoln cent. I would love this one for my collection because I love the Lincoln cents. But if you take a look, this 1999 Lincoln has the obverse of the Lincoln cent, but the reverse is that of a Roosevelt dime. Of course, this is struck on zinc that's copper coated. Now this example is a PCGS graded example. It's listed as an MS66, which is a very nice high-grade uncirculated example. And this one sold in auction for $138,000. $138,000. Okay, we are going to move on and take a look at an 1801 large cent. This is an 1801 large cent. This one features 3 different errors. This is a minting error. This is a very popular large cent variety. Out of all the large cent error varieties, this would be by far one of the most popular. Now on this 1801, if you look at the reverse, where the fractional is listed, it should say 1 over 100. Instead, it says 1 over 0000. It's also missing the stem on its right branch, and the U of United looks like 2 I's instead of a U, so it looks like IINITED. Oh, hopefully I got a good close-up of that for you. This is a very rare variety coin. Now this 1801 that you were looking at is an MS63 in grade, and it sold for $138,000 in auction. $138,000. Okay, I don't normally add pattern coins to any of these lists. What a pattern coin is it's basically one of the designs that they were working on of a coin. There are many different types of patterns, and I actually enjoy patterns, and I do collect some. But typically for error and variety videos, I do not include pattern coins, except this one. This is an 1859 Indian head cent pattern. This one is listed as Judd 229A. Now this one features a dual obverse. It was muled with itself basically. So the front of this 1859 is the same as the back. So if you've ever wanted to see a real two-headed coin, here you go. Now this example that we're looking at is an MS62, and in 2008 it sold in auction for $195,500. So $4,500 shy of being a $200,000 error coin. It's just cool. So it's a pattern that features a mule error. Okay, we are taking a look at another unique little error. This is a 1905 Indian head cent. Now this one was struck on a quarter eagle gold planchet. So a $2.5 gold planchet is what this 1905 Indian head cent was struck on. So this is pretty rare. Now if you do go and look at high dollar past auction results, you will see a couple other Indian head cents that were struck on gold that sold for very high dollar as well. This was just the highest dollar one that I could find. So this 1905 Indian head cent that was struck on a quarter eagle gold planchet sold in 2010 in auction at $253,000. Once again, $253,000. This one was graded MS64. Okay, we are going to move on to one of my favorite buffalo nickel varieties. We are taking a look at a 1918 over 17 Denver Mint buffalo nickel. This is an over date. This is a 1918 over top of a 1917 date. This example is listed by PCGS as an MS65, which is a very, very nice high-grade uncirculated example. And in 2010, this example that you are looking at sold in auction for $264,500. $264,500. Okay, we are going to move on to another buffalo nickel variety. This is by far one of the most popular double dies in all of the nickel series. Actually, it's a popular double die throughout all the coin series, but this is the 1916 double die adverse buffalo nickel. This is a very strong double die, especially on the date, on his profile, definitely on his lips, his chin. You can see it in the braids of the hair, on the feathers. This is just a very bold, dramatic double die. Now, this 1916 double die buffalo nickel that you are looking at is in a PCGS holder, came back graded MS64, which is a very nice high-grade uncirculated example. And in 2005, this one sold in auction for $264,500. Once again, it sold for $264,500. Okay, we are moving on to our number 2 position coin. For this one, we are taking a look at the coveted 1943 bronze Lincoln cent. Basically, in 1943, all your Lincoln cents were supposed to be minted on steel. They had needed the copper for the war effort, for making munitions and shell casings and this and that. So they decided to mint all of the Lincoln cents in 1943 on steel. Well, somehow a few of the copper bronze planchets got mixed in, and some of the Lincoln cents were struck on copper bronze. The example that you're looking at came back as a PCGS AU58, which is the highest grade circulated you can have. This is a circulated example, but it's the highest grade circulated you can find. This one also has a CAC sticker. Now, this example that we are looking at sold in auction for $305,500. Once again, this sold in auction for $305,500. Now, on a side note, I'm trying to get permission to make a video on it, but 2 of these has just been discovered, graded, and certified, and it has been believed that most of these have been found. But just recently, 2 more of these examples have surfaced and been graded and certified by NGC. So hopefully I will get to do a video on them. I'm still waiting to find out if I have permission, but we'll see on that. Only time will tell. Okay, in our number 1 slot, we are going to take a look at a 1944 S Lincoln Cent. Now, in 1944, all of the Lincoln Cents were once again supposed to be struck on copper bronze, but somehow a few of the steel Planchets from 1943 managed to make its way into the minting, and a few examples were released where the 1944s were struck on steel instead of copper bronze. Now this was one of those examples. This is a 1944 S that was struck on zinc-plated steel. So this is a steel Planchet. Now this one is in an NGC holder graded MS66. So this is a very nice high-graded example, a very nice high-graded uncirculated example. In 2008, this example that we are looking at right now sold in auction for $373,750. Once again, it sold for $373,750. Bonus coin. Okay, for the bonus coin, we are going to take a look at the ultra rare, highly coveted, highly prized Mona Lisa of coins, the coveted 1913 Liberty V nickel. There are only 5 known examples. What had happened was in 1912, they started getting ready to mint the 1913 Liberty V nickels, but they were also deciding on changing the design, and they did. They decided to go with the Buffalo nickel, started in 1913. So the 1913 Liberty V nickel idea was scrapped, and all of the dies were supposed to be destroyed and whatever. Well, somehow along the process, somebody made a handful of these and got them out of the mint. There are 5 known examples, all of which sell in the millions. Now, the example that we are taking a look at is the Lawson specimen. This one is a proof 64. It was graded by NGC. This one sold in auction for $3,737,500. Once again, this coin sold in auction for $3,737,500. Talk about a super ultra rare high dollar coin. Imagine having that puppy in your collection. I'd be afraid to leave my house. I don't know about you, but I would never leave that out of my sight. I don't know how these guys do it that have these $1 million coins. I'd be too afraid to even leave it out of my eyesight. Well, there you go. We hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed looking at some dream coins, however you want to put it. I love seeing the high dollar coins that I most likely will never, ever, ever get to own because, well, let's face it, I am not wealthy. I've been a working class individual my whole life, been a contractor most of my adult life, and absolutely love coins. So coins like that are just, they're dream coins to me. Hopefully maybe you get to own one or find some of these rare varieties. If you would like to support our channel, you can do so in a couple ways. The easiest way would be to hit the thumbs up button. Hitting that thumbs up button on any of our videos encourages YouTube to share our content with more and more people. So hit that thumbs up button. Also, by commenting, leave a comment. The more you interact with the channel, the more, once again, it encourages YouTube to share our content with more and more people. Also, by subscribing, you can always subscribe. Now, I do have a Patreon, just I don't ever really talk about it because I don't like begging people for money, things like that. I feel that I make these videos to put them out there for you. So if somebody feels like donating, to the channel, feel free. Go on over. We do have a Patreon link up top, but it is not a requirement and it is not something that I ask out of any of you. So basically enjoy these videos. Now, we do have a website. It is VarietyErrors.com. Once again, it is VarietyErrors.com. I will post a link down in the comments. Now, Kyle, who is my media manager and publicist, he does articles on our website almost daily. I know right now we have a few thousand articles on there. So there is constantly new articles, new stories, new things to read, images, all kinds of stuff over on the website. So go check it out. We also do have products. If you're interested in any coin supplies or anything, go check it out. You can always find myself or Robert Lawson in the CoinOp group on Facebook. Now, I will admit the last couple weeks had a lot going on. Had family purchase a house, had some construction projects, just all kinds of stuff. So the last couple weeks, I personally have not had a lot of time. So I have not been on the group a whole lot the last couple weeks, but that will change. So go on over, check us out on there. And once again, thank you for your view.